everybody, welcome back. Today I want to show you the Stamp a Tag kit that is available in the holiday catalog. Great little kit for making quick, simple tags, but I want to show you how to bring it up a couple of notches. So in the kit comes two wood mount stamps. That one says to and from, the other one's little arrow shape, along with two Stampin' spots. It's cherry cobbler and old olive, along with cherry cobbler and old olive twine. So what I'm going to do here is show you first the basic tag using just the supplies that are in the kit. I am first stamping up using the old olive ink, the to and from, and I'm going to stamp that right onto my tag. The next thing I'm going to do is use cherry cobbler, and I'm going to do that little border stamp down towards the bottom of my tag. And I'm just going to stamp that right across the bottom. The Stampin' spots that come in the kit, they're not like the regular stamp pads with the foam. They're the older style, but they still work great with the rubber stamps. And they're great when they come in little kits like this. It's a great way to sample some of the colors. I'm going to just add on a piece of the old olive baker's twine, and that is my really simple kit or tag using the supplies from the kit. The next tag I'm going to do is using the Festive Flurry stamp set, and I am just taking one of the snowflakes from this set and using some VersaFine ink and inking up that snowflake and creating a little background for the backs of my tag. And once I stamp this out, I'm going to go ahead and use some white embossing powder and then heat dry this, or heat set the white embossing powder so that it makes a nice little background. You can't really see it here in the video, but once I add ink to the background, you'll see it. So I'm just heating up the embossing powder with my heating tool. And then I'm going to take a sponge dauber, and using the old olive ink, I'm just going to go ahead and rub that onto the tag, and that brings out the snowflakes that we embossed with the white embossing powder. I really like the look of how the ink took to the tag. It's darker in some areas and lighter in others, so I really like how that came out. Once I was done embossing, I just took a baby wipe and went over the white embossing powder to clear off any of the extra green. I took a 1 1/4 inch circle punch and just punched out a circle, and I'm stamping my to and from sentiment on there. And then I'll just use some pop dimensionals and adhere that to the tag. And then I decided I would take the little thin ribbon that came wrapped around my tag and tie a bow to the top of my tag that I just made. So that is one way to get a little bit more use out of your kit. The next thing I'm going to do is using the tag, the circle, the baker's twine, and a piece of pattern paper from the Seasons of Style Designer Series paper pack. And what I'm doing is just adhering my tag to a 3x3 piece of cardstock, which is a card. So I'm just making a little gift tag card. And I'm wrapping some baker's twine, this is the cherry cobbler, around the bottom, and then tying a little bow. I trimmed off the tails of the baker's twine, and now what I'm doing is just kind of deciding where I want my little to and from tag to go. So I added some dimensionals to the back of my little circle to and from tag, and I'm going to adhere that just down towards the bottom right by the baker's twine. And that's how I decorated and stepped up a couple of notches using the Stamp a Tag kit. As always, a list of supplies will be available on my blog and in the description of this video if you're on YouTube. Thanks for watching, and if you missed my last video on a Christmas tag, you can click here to watch. See you next time!